Bronze and a little bit of the gold. Here's the mini I'm working on currently. Barnabas Frost, Pirate Captain. Oh, that's cool, dude. I like the blue and the red. You got some nice edge highlighting going on there. What color are you gonna do his beard? That's a good start to that model. Yeah, there are streamers that paint on Twitch. Through Brushlickers United, which is part of the team that I'm on. There's probably like 20 or so people that do that. And then there's just people that are just kind of on creative as well. I don't think they're either affiliated with other teams or they just kind of do it out of their own accord. And you know, they're out there doing it. You just kind of have to dig around the creative subgroup, see what's going on. But yeah, there's definitely miniature painters on Twitch now, which is pretty cool. I didn't know this until a couple months ago. Just throwing some of that soft body black over his hair here. I think I'm gonna hit inside of his ear there as well, and there as well, because I think he's got some jewelry in his ears that I'm gonna have to paint. Red hair and beard, yeah. Dwarves with red hair, that red-orange beard, and that'll really pop on top of that blue coat. I think that's a good decision. We're gonna take some old school tin bits. Lafayette is kind of east of where I'm at. I'm up north of Boulder in the gun barrel area. So I'm just taking a little bit of this tin bits here. Just kind of run it. I don't want this to be super vibrant. I just want it to be enough of a difference to the, what do you call it? Metallic colors. I'm going to take just a little bit of, what is this? Gehenna's Gold, I think is how you pronounce that. Gehenna's Gold, which is a layer paint. This is one of the new GW gold colors. And I'm just going to do just like right around the very edges, just to kind of make this this pop. And then what I'll do is I'll do a sepia. Do a sepia wash over this to kind of tone it all down. So what do you got in chat? Leaning towards some crazy green purple pants, not decided. Yeah, the other option would be, you know, like blue and white stripes are really good for pirates, or like blue and red, or white and red. You know, green and yellow are good. You know, obviously painting stripes is tough, but actually, can you where? Okay, on his pants in the front there. Yeah, his pants. Yeah, like a yellow and white stripe would actually be really cool. I don't know about like purple. I think you might be getting into too many colors, especially if you go like with an orange-red beard. But I definitely think if you kind of keep one of the current colors. Sorry, I'm shaking the table here because I'm like leaning across and moving my mouse. Stop shaking, camera. No. Yeah, I think if you choose like one of your coat colors, and then couple it with like a yellow or a white to give it some contrast, I think that would look really good. The other option is just paint like two different pant leg colors, right? No pants for pirates? Yeah. It's a pantsless pirate party. So we're gonna paint the, he's got like a little animal skull or something on his, chest plate there, so we'll get that base coated with beige. Try and figure out where there's an eye socket there. Kind of want to leave that. I guess I didn't do a very good job leaving the other one really dark. That's fine. We'll get some good contrast with the highlights and the shades there, and then I'm gonna paint the skull beige as well. Get that nicely base coated. Mountain folk. Yeah, they're supposed to be getting their first round of weather coming up here pretty soon. I think like in the next week they were saying they could get snow in the high country pretty soon. It dropped to about like low 40s I think last night. It was like almost 80 yesterday. Everyone at the Broncos game, I didn't go, but everyone at the Broncos game on TV was like just in, a lot of people were like almost wearing shorts. It was that warm. It's been unusually warm through October for us. I mean, it's freaking Halloween, and people are actually gonna be able to dress up and not have to worry about like how am I gonna put a parka over what I'm wearing. Because typically it's like 20 degrees and like 40-mile-an-hour winds on Halloween, because that's like the time of year that you get all that crazy weather coming in. Yeah, man, I need to get, I think, I'm just going to try this here. I'm going to pull my mouse pad real quick here. I'm not going to use it for too long. I've been hearing that like a black, how does that look? For one, oh wow, that really gets rid of the glare from the lights. I like that. I ordered some black construction paper. Because one, I don't want to paint on this mouse pad, but that really makes a huge difference in terms of having one a crappy paint-covered cutting board, and it really does kind of make the it's still, I mean, there's still a little bit of whiteout kind of going on. The whites and the shadows are getting blasted out by the lights here, but I think that's a lot easier to see the actual miniature, so I'll have to consider that. I bought like a 500 pack of black construction paper online, so that should be here probably by the next time I stream. I'm also starting a new job tomorrow, so I doubt I'll be streaming all that much. But yeah, that makes a huge difference, so that'll definitely be something I fix going forward for future streams. Alright, we're gonna do some Agrax Earth Shade over those bone colors that we just did. Probably also to a lesser extent this, what do you call it? The bronze that we just did. Just kind of let that shade sit where we want it. Creative person that follows sports. Yeah, man, I think the Avs play tomorrow. The Broncos won. Obviously, the Rockies are done. The World Series just went to Game 6, which is kind of cool to see. Chicago keep the dream alive, I guess is what everyone's saying. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate sports. I'm not a big NBA fan, so you won't hear me talking very much basketball on stream. But yeah, other stuff I think the Colorado Rapids, the men's Major League Soccer team, did well this year. Yeah, keep it interesting. So I'm just doing some kind of light edge highlights here on the hair. Just kind of dragging the brush in the direction of sculpt. This is just a little bit of that beige mixed in with the that German tank crew beige. And if I get too bright highlights on this, the nice thing is I can always come back in with a wash to tone it down a little bit. Just using the side of the brush here. I think I still had a little bit too much paint in certain areas of that. Yeah, because I think I'm hitting just a little too deep in some of these recesses here, so what I'll do is I'll just get, I'll just take some more of this Agrax shade and mix it with the black, soft body black, and just kind of figure out, it's like, okay, like here there was a little too much, so hit that there, like there's a little too much, hit that there. Basketball is where you draw the line. Yeah, the GW shades are the one paints that I know pretty much for a fact that I'll always kind of continue to buy from GW. I have so much Vallejo and Reaper paint though, and to a lesser extent, I've got some new MIG shades that, or not MIG, yeah, is it MIG? Or is it AK Interactive? No, they're MIG. I've got some MIG acrylic colors that I use for when I paint World War II armor. They're basically formulated to do like these are German tanks, these are US olive drab, that kind of stuff. Modular 1138, thanks for the follow. How you doing today? Yeah, these GW shades, they sell them in big pots now, which I'm a little nervous about buying. I still like the small pots because even if you knock it over, this is much less likely to tip this way or this way than something that's, twice as tall as it. And I'm just so fearful that, knowing how kind of clumsy I can be sometimes, that I'll hit it and it'll just kind of go flying. It's like, well, crap, there goes $8 worth of shade all over my paint desk, and it's like, how do you get that back into the pot kind of deal. So going back now with a little bit more of that beige into that mix, and I'm really going to try and just focus on kind of the corners here. This is what I call my anime approach to highlighting here, is that you kind of pick like a light ring around the edge. It's the one thing I've noticed, like through all the stuff that I see people paint with like an anime or draw or whatever, is there's always kind of like a little bit of a halo effect that goes around the kind of the crown of the model, and then down here at the bottom. Then just, you know, anywhere that I think there needs to be just a little more pop. Who's that with the follow? Julian M20, thanks for the follow. Do you brush paint MIG, or do you use airbrush only for them? Super thin, yes. The MIG stuff that I've been airbrushing, that so far has only been out of the airbrush. I haven't tried brush painting with the MIG stuff, mostly just because it's only used for when I airbrush tanks. Actually, I just recently did an M7 Priest with their olive drab color. It turned out really, really nice. I also bought a bunch of filters and some actual like enamel washes, which I think worked wonders. Alright, so I think for the final stage of this guy, we're just going to take some of that sepia and just kind of wash it over the hair, just to kind of give it a little more of a dirty kind of grunge effect. This will kind of, one, it'll shade it, and two, it'll kind of give it a little bit of a tint. That if I do decide to come back at this at a later stage and go like one stage brighter on the highlight, it won't look as stark. So just enough to kind of tint it like a dirty, kind of orangey brown color. Come back in with the beige on the skull here. And when I'm painting skulls, focus on the eyebrows and leave a gap between the eyebrow, like where the middle of your eyebrows is. I guess it's, I don't know what that part of your nose, it's like in between your eyebrows, basically. Leave that darker. That'll give the effect of some shade. Who is that? Elm. I caught the Elm part. I'm just gonna call you Elm. If I got it wrong, Elm. Thanks for the follow. I'll see you here in stream here in a second. Elm4 NCO, thanks for their NC0, thanks for the follow. Or El Monco, maybe? I don't know, everyone with their crazy names. It's one of those fun things on the internet, is trying to figure out how do you pronounce your handle or your in-game name or whatever, and it's like, oh, it's, you know, this thing with these numbers and these letters, and I always think it's fun how people kind of come up with kind of like pseudo names or whatever. Just come in with this beige. I'm going to try and do the same thing here. I'm just going to hit the top of the skull, top of the animal. It's like a little, it's probably like a dog or something, maybe like a rat. Try and leave a dark area in between those eyebrows, and that'll really kind of make this pop once I come in with the white for the final highlight. It's actually kind of hard to see, but trust me, we're gonna have the best paint. You don't even know. Okay, last thing I think I need to do here. Come back in, yeah, because I didn't do these teeth. Bottom of his ankle there. And I think I'm gonna do like some kind of just very kind of like streaky highlights here, I want to say. Just a little bit to kind of just make this gas canister, this filter bottle that he's got on his back here, just a little bit more bright, and then I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of that sepia just to kind of glaze it, just ever so thin. Then what I'm going to do, if I can find a piece of sponge, which is right there, so this was, oh, it's right here, this is out of my KR case. It's just sponge, like blister pack sponge. I'm just going to take a little bit of that kind of dark gray paint, and I've got it on the edge there, you can kind of see it. And I'm just going to tap it ever so slightly.